the remedy for a sore or loose tooth was to tie a string around it and tie it to a doorknob and slam the doorknob. Did anybody ever do that?
Worked great.
It did?
1980s now.
Hey, I just realized how disgusted I am by conversations about teeth. So let's move on. Speaking of disgusting, hey, welcome back to another episode of 1980s Now, a weekly examination of the importance of 1980s pop culture and its influence today. My name's Will, and joining me as always are my friends and co-hosts, Kat and John. Hey, guys.
Hello, Will and John.
Hey there. Happy spooky season-ish.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
This is purposeful, right? Kat's got orange on and John's wearing black.
Well, today is Unity Day, which is anti-bullying.
Oh, yeah.
And so I have it on for that, but I also happen to have
There's the pumpkin.
There's a jack-o'-lantern on here.
What is like orange the color of don't bully me? What does that mean?
Apparently so.
Yeah.
It
Really?
is. Yes.
That's why pumpkins are never bullied. I get it now.
Oh, we've had pumpkins bullied around here in my neighborhood.
I mean, they routinely get their faces carved up, John. So
That's true.
And then,
That's a thing, right?
tossed and smashed.
Would you like your pumpkin tossed? John looks around as if it actually means anything. He knows it doesn't.
What do you charge for that?
Yeah. Oh, it's free. It's free. I'm really into it.
Maybe.
Also, hello to those folks joining us live on Facebook and or YouTube. If you're there, say hello. Otherwise, we don't know you're watching. And you can creep. That's fine. It's the creepy season. Hey, Ted. Hey, Karen. Hey, John. Hey, different John. Hey, Marcus. I know. So, hey, Sergio.
Sergio is from Barcelona.
Hey,
Barcelona,
is it Barcelona
Spain.
or is it Barcelona?
It depends on whether or not you're pretentious.
Yeah. All right. Hey, on today's show, we would.
Do you also say jalapeno?
That's a real over enunciation. Yeah.
Jalapeno.
You know, so my father, Spanish is his first language.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he won't speak Spanish with me. And one of the reasons, I think, is because when I do, he says I pronounce things like I'm doing a character. He says like it sounds like I'm doing a bit. And I was like, no, I'm trying to be authentic. Speak like a native. So I think I'm borderline racist when I try to speak Spanish to my dad.
There's the bar. So far, that is the funniest thing I've heard all day.
All right. Let's see if we get out the
You sound like you're doing a character.
Yeah. And maybe
I wish I could tell. I've seen like those YouTube videos that like, here's how English sounds to non-English speakers. And they just do gibberish, but it's to get the flow.
Yeah.
Like I would love to hear your father's impression of what it is that you do to know what that means.
I think I could do it because I think I've toned it down since.
Please do it.
Like Senor Wences or something. The Frito Bandito. What are you doing? Who are you channeling?
Hola, buenos días, ¿cómo está? You know, and he'd be like, you're doing a bit. I'm like, I'm trying to speak Spanish to you. You made a tongue. Now I've toned it down a bit, but just a little.
Well, Will, you are frequently doing a bit. It's just you doing a bit in another language.
That's the problem I created for myself.
Yeah.
It's true. It is true. You're right.
Could you do the true crime voice in Spanish?
Oh, yes. Oh, please.
There's too many dimensions. Let me see.
Yes, please.
Also, he just had a tooth out earlier, so one side is numb.
Okay.
He's drunk
You got to give me a minute.
and sleepy.
All right.
Go.
I'm
He's
gonna
got a
work
lot of
on it.
earwax.
Yeah. Hola. Buenos días, ¿cómo está?
There's the bit.
There you go.
No, we need a background tune.
All right. We're hoping for lots of bits as we
Maracas.
bits and bites as we talk about today's current news stories related to 1980s media. You know, that stuff that we grew up with, including Michael J. Fox just published a memoir about his time playing Marty McFly. He's written other books. I think this is his fifth book, and he's including memoirs. But this one, he just focuses on that time during which he was playing two characters, really, Alex P. Keaton during the day and Marty McFly at night. We've got a couple of interesting bits out of that book that's filled with tons of interesting stories. Also, the Jim Henson Company is auctioning off our childhood. Oh. And I would like to ask, to whom? And we'll talk about that in a minute.
I know I can't afford it.
Yeah. Last week or a couple of weeks ago, John and I were talking about how Robin Williams' daughter Zelda was begging people, stop sending me AI stuff of my father. This is kind of the inverse of that. And look, that's how she's chosen to deal with her grief, right? She doesn't want these reminders, these artificial reminders. She's got her own, actually naturally gained memories of her dad. Here's sort of the opposite. Suzanne Somers' widower is trying to Westworld the deceased actor.
Ugh.
Anyway, and finally, we're going to talk about Olympian Ben Johnson's story, which, if you know it, is not a comedy, but it turns out it may be hilarious.
Cheating with steroids. Woohoo.
All right.
Fun.
Hey, so let's get started on 1980s news. Marcus says Will's Spanish character is John. John overdoing Spanish pronunciations. Yeah, maybe.
Something like that, I think.
It could be that.
Hola, me llamo John.
There you go. See? There you go. Hey, this week
Yo
in 19...
hablo un poco español, es muy mal.
Yes, hablo un poco de español. Now I'm doing a guy who sounds like he's trying to sound like he speaks fluent Spanish, but is falling short, is only doing a deeper voice.
Actually, you sound like one of the characters on Duolingo. He's this guy with a giant mustache, and he's very suave.
That doesn't
looking.
sound racist at all. A wild thing, I think, corrects maybe, or he's building on Marcus. This is a comedy pyramid. Will's Spanish character is Juan.
Juan, yes.
There you go.
Not to be confused with Will.
Yeah, Will. Hey, I feel like we really got to move away from this. As I just mentioned moments ago, Michael J. Fox revisits his past in Future Boy. So on October 14th, the readers went back to the future as Michael J. Fox released Future Boy, a new memoir that revisits an extraordinary time in Fox's iconic career when, as I mentioned, he played Marty McFly part of the day and Alex P. Keaton, earlier.
Mm-hmm. Right.
We've talked about this when they released that documentary about it, which was really, really well done and sort of,
yes.
They dramatize, they reenact that. It's perfect.
It's fascinating.
Yeah. Well, starring in the beloved 1985 sci-fi classic Back to the Future, the 64-year-old actor drove and occasionally flew one of the most iconic vehicles on film. Certainly one of the most coveted, I believe, by teenagers who had seen it at the time. Oh, okay, Kat. All right, let's do this, Kat. Let's do this. I got one too.
Yours is bigger. Oh, wow.
John. It was low hanging fruit, John, but just give it to us. Come on. That's what she said.
Well,
yeah, that's yes.
Mine
I was too busy being ashamed that I don't have a DeLorean at hand.
I thought maybe that was it. Mine doesn't light up.
Yeah.
Kat, as we told you before, they all glow. How many times I got to tell you this?
Only the big ones.
The big ones. Oh, see, I don't know. I only know a certain size, so I guess maybe you're right. They don't all glow. But my big one glows when you press a button. So what else are we talking about that's not innuendo? Oh, yeah. Well, in his latest memoir, Fox explains how the reality of the vehicle fell short from the fantasy. In Future Boy, Fox writes, I get to drive the DeLorean. I know what you're thinking. Cool. I thought so too. Hola, buenos dias, ¿cómo está? Cool, I thought so too at first, but soon I grew to hate the DeLorean. First of all, let's face it, it's a shit car. Slow to accelerate with cheap appointments, and that's before our special effects crew added their 2 cents or several $1 million all in.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Fox, who also, as we mentioned, was starring in Family Ties at the time, which was just a blockbuster hit, explained that a number of items were added to the interior of the DeLorean to make what Motor Trend called, quote, slow for a sports car, end quote, look like a time machine. Fox, however, soon learned that the screen-ready props were not ready for humans. Fox explained, quote, those jerry-rigged accoutrements,
Goodness.
Whoa.
You guys, guys, you don't know about this thing they had in the car.
You may have rented the wrong Back to the Future.
Oh, yeah.
Back to your mom.
Whoa.
Back to your mom.
Sorry, Will. On behalf of Kat, I apologize.
She can't apologize for herself. The flux capacitor in various time clocks and flourishes tend to be rather rough-edged, metallic, and sharp. After that first night in the driver's seat and for the remainder of the movie, my hands are crisscrossed with lacerations, my knuckles bruised, and my elbows contused from slamming into the space-aged console. As they say in show business, pain is temporary, film is forever. In addition to his revelations about his time-hopping vehicle, Fox spoke about the actor he replaced in the now 40-year-old blockbuster. Surprisingly, even though it's been 40 years since they made this switch, that is since Fox replaced Eric Stolz as Marty McFly, the pair had never met in that time.
Yeah.
It seems odd.
It does seem
it's
odd.
like crazy.
Yeah. And even though Stolz went on to make a successful career for himself, he starred in Some Kind of Wonderful, The Fly 2, Mask, which I'm shocked he wasn't even nominated for an Academy Award, I don't believe, for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was a Golden Globe he was nominated for and didn't even win, but that was something.
Pulp Fiction he was in?
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of great movies. But even though he went on to have a career after this switch, after being fired, essentially, Fox was still nervous to reach out. In the epilogue of his new book, Fox wrote, quote, Eric has maintained his silence on the subject for 40 years, so I was prepared for the likelihood that he'd prefer to keep it that way. But anyway, regardless, Fox was brave, as I was in the early, advent of Facebook. When I say it was early to me. I was a late to adopt it, but as I mentioned to you guys before, I just started looking up all kinds of people I needed to apologize to.
Oh, no. Yes, that's right.
I think for most of them, it had been less than 40 years, although now it's probably closer to 40 years, considering my age. But I think there's one person who's eluded me still because I can't find them.
Oh.
Yeah.
How
Anyway.
big of an apology is this?
How big of an apology?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean,
How egregious was your transgression?
Right.
I mean, from my perspective is, look, we were teenagers, so at the time, I don't know. In the grand scheme of things, it's probably small. It's just,
Okay.
I don't know if you ever. I had a guy reach out to me on Facebook to friend me. And he was a guy who, when we were little kids in elementary school, tried to bully me. I say try because I really wasn't affected by it. I guess I had enough self-esteem, or my parents are the only persons whose opinions matter to me. But he was a bully to a lot of people, and But I had him reach out to me on Facebook. I was like, no, fuck that guy. I don't need to be friends with him. We weren't friends then.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe that's
I'm
why
unbullyable.
Maybe he was trying to apologize.
It's possible, yeah. So I guess my point was, to the extent that anybody feels like I've wronged them, I would love the opportunity to say, hey, no, I apologize. This is my perspective.
But you denied that guy the same opportunity.
That guy was a dick. Look, if I bullied anybody, I would definitely. Well, let me see.
Well, you should amend your request. Anyone who you've wronged, please reach out to me unless you think I'm a dick, in which case, deny it.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, look, I didn't bully anybody. It wasn't something akin to bullying,
Certainly, no, of course
I can't
not.
imagine you bullying. Cannot imagine that.
Well, I'll give you an example. Again, these are so stupid. It's just that my memory is so strong with these things. I dated a girl when I was like 15 years old. And instead of breaking up with her, because she didn't live in the same town, she lived a ways away, I just ghosted her for like a couple of months. Like, she'll get the message. That's horrible. And I felt bad about that until we reconnected some odd years later,
Well,
Anyway, so
you figured it
it's
out.
John those lines, Kat, if that answers your question.
Okay.
I feel that maybe sometimes Will's superpower is passive aggression. Not bullying. Certainly not.
John, I think my family would agree with you. I don't know. I think I've grown past that. I think now what I learned from my therapist is the phrase is with the opposite of that is active aggression.
Is that what you're engaging in now?
Yeah, I'm active aggressive. Anyway, so back to Fox. He's the one who really wanted to connect with this guy. So in spite of being worried about how it might be, he reached out anyway. And including in his message, he said to Fox wrote to Stolz, if your answer is piss off and leave me alone, that works too. So maybe Stolz might not be interested in reconnecting. Fox recalled that Stolz's, quote, beautifully written reply began, piss off and leave me alone. Unquote. It did continue, though, with Stolz saying that he was, of course, just kidding. And although he didn't have any interest in participating in Fox's book about Back to the Future, he would welcome a meeting with the star. And they eventually did. As Fox stated, Stolz has been largely mum about the replacement over the years, though other folks involved have talked about it ad nauseum, including Bob Zemeckis, Steven Spielberg, Leah Thompson. We don't have to go over it again. In short, he was making a different movie than the rest of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
In long, I don't disagree with the movie he was making. I think he was on to something. It just wasn't that movie.
I have to wonder how he might have felt because, he effectively got fired. He was released from his contract for that film.
Yeah.
And that film went on to be the film that we know it to be in the franchise that it was. And part of me, if I were him, would be like, oh man, sour grapes. But the reality is what he was doing, if he had stayed on the film, it would have been a different film and maybe not been that popular. Maybe, look, I'm not saying he did a bad job. It might have been more popular. I don't know, but it would have been an entirely different film had he continued to play Marty. So it's difficult to say, it's not like you took your chips off of red and put them on black and, but if I'd stayed on red, it'd been great. Well, no, it'd been a totally different outcome if you had still been there. So it sounds like maybe he isn't, he's not super sore about it based on the fact that he's willing to chat and be jovial with. And
also, I'd be shocked if he had any grudge against Michael J. Fox because it wasn't
his fault,
his decision, right? Yeah.
Maybe Spielberg. Not Fox,
and Michael J. Fox seems like, eternally likable. I mean, does he have any enemies, this guy? He just seems like such a nice dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking about, so the difference is Stolz took the time travel seriously and thought about all the implications of it. I know I said I was going to not talk about this, but it makes me think about some of the line deliveries he must have had, or would have had the opportunity to do that would have made the movie different, like John's suggesting. Like even thinking about, Doc coming back from the, future and saying, Marty, something's got to be done about your kids. And Marty being like, tell me, Doc, are they assholes? He didn't think the plot was funny. He thought he saw the dramatic side.
Yes.
All right. Anyway, after these guys met, Fox recalls that they fell into an easy dialogue about their careers, their families, their lives, and their even privately, at least, their own trips through what he refers to as the space-time continuum.
That's nice to hear. It's like a little bit of Back to the Future closure, isn't it? It's nice to know.
Over a beef that didn't exist.
Yeah, right. And it wasn't until I read that story that I realized we had never had that closure. Or they had never had that closure even. That's,
Yeah.
Karen says, I had people walk up to me and apologize for bullying me in elementary and high school. Wow. I guess, Karen, did you remember that they had, or was it just from their perspective?
That's a good question.
And if you was it something you were holding on to and it healed you in such a way? Or maybe, wasn't that important to you, that many years later? There's
at least one person I can think of that
you bullied.
I think they should walk up that I bullied. That I think they should walk up to me, and of course they can't. I don't know where they are, but they should be apologizing to me
because Kat ended them. That's why they can't.
You will not hear from them anymore. She caught herself, and then she had to change it. I don't know where they are.
Oh, they have been heard from in quite a while.
As far as you know, nobody knows where they're at.
Or will. Brennan says, Fox is amazing, but yet Stolz has never gotten the credit he deserves. Yeah, he is a great actor. Yeah. I mean, he is a great actor. Everything he's in, right? Yeah, okay. Hey, another 1980s news, as reported by Deadline. The Jim Henson Company auction opens with puppets from our youths.
Oh, man.
Karen says she's following up here. Yes, this is in the comments, by the way, on our live chat. You should join us on a Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern. Yes, I did remember them. One was with his child. They were both guys, though. I have never heard from any of the girls who were mean to me.
Interesting.
Well, I hope it brought you some closure.
Yeah.
Because that sucks, man. On this Unity Day that Kat's reminded us of.
Yes.
So Jim Henson's auctioning, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so look, this is my new segment that I want to do periodically because I have a whole lot of these. Who
the is this for?
You'll soon understand why.
Yes.
Look, you know who Jim Henson is because for decades, he and the company, his company that he put together to develop these, various works, have welcomed us to fantasy lands never before imagined. And a number of different films, TV shows. Now, fans, and look, I'm going to just read what this thing says in Deadline. I don't agree with this sentence. Now, fans can own a piece of those wondrous worlds. Where's our do your own research sound? Fans. It should be some fans who make over a certain amount of money.
Elite fans.
And this is no reflection on Jim Henson. We love the work they've done. Anyway, so the Jim Henson Company has paired with Julian's Auctions in what they're regarding as a historic collaboration. They've scheduled an event for next month, which is the first ever official auction of the company's most treasured archives. For the first time, select puppets, props, and memorabilia from the Jim Henson Company's extensive archive will be made available to the public. The collection of over 400 rare and important items will offer fans, institutions, and collectors, now there we get to it, a unique opportunity to own a piece of the visionary worlds that Jim Henson built. All right, so now look, we know the bunch of stuff he did from he got the Muppets, Fraggle Rock, Labyrinth, Dark Crystal, various puppets. Where's Cat going? Puppets.
Cat's pulling a prop. You know she's pulling a prop.
All right, okay, Cat, you want to do this all day? I can do this all day. Hang on. I actually put stuff in my closet. I put stuff in my closet. Now I got to go in my closet to do this?
I got my Halloween costume from a couple years ago.
Fraggle hat.
For our...
All right, we'll do this.
Is this his aggressive... Wait, passive aggression? Aggressive aggression?
This no, I'm not being passive.
No, I meant the other one. The aggressive aggression.
You got that? I got my little collectible here.
There you go.
I'm going to auction this off.
I'm propless.
You're going to auction it off?
Yeah, John. The irony, right?
Wait, I got more.
The irony.
She's got more.
Considering what's behind John's backdrop there.
Let's see.
No, I see.
I'm going to auction this at the end of the show for $5,000 just a starting bit.
I think you'll be able to do it.
Yeah.
Is that that's a McDonald's Happy Meal Fraggle, wasn't
Yeah, I
it?
got this as a gift.
For crying out loud, Cat.
Oh, you want to do this, Cat? Okay.
We got you, Kermit. Here's a little waka waka.
I've got John
from a
Tartaglia
Muppet
here.
collection.
Hey, John, can you come in here?
No.
Some puppet stuff. All right.
Are you bringing Jim Henson in?
Yeah, Jim Henson's coming in.
Get your Kermit. So, Cat. Yeah, get Kermit. I'll do the voice. Get him up there. Hi ho, Kermit the Frog here. There you go. I'm done.
You know, I've often thought that Will sounds a little bit like Kermit.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Just
all the time, accidentally,
unintentionally. Yes.
Oh,
Cat, you know I got my puppets. Don't make me go to the other room to get my puppets. Come on.
I'm not making you do anything.
I don't want to lose. I'm from New Jersey. Everything is verses.
Look, I'm in last place with no props. Whatever you do, you're going to be at least second. Right. So don't worry.
I will stop there. We'll give it to Cat. Cat could definitely outlast that.
It's an arms race that there is no winner. It's mutually assured puppification.
Yeah. If we switch to arcades and video games, Cat, we're going to get crushed.
That's when things take a serious turn.
Avoid it.
Right. It's like when I play Trivial Pursuit. There's certain I don't want to play. Give me that one. I'm going to crush you. Right.
Anyway, so the various memorabilia from those various properties and more are being auctioned, as we mentioned here. And I've got some images here to share with some of the things that are going to be auctioned. Here you go. Here is just as an example here. I think I have some notes about some of these things. Let's see. Maybe not this one. All right. So here is a helmet, a goblin helmet from the film Labyrinth. This is estimated, according to the auction house, to fetch somewhere between $2,000 and $3,000. Again,
not bad. No, that's not terrible.
But maybe we get the whole crowd. See, if we were doing this as a live, we'd say, "Ready, everybody? Who the is this for?" Let's see what else we got here.
I know what I want.
Yeah, I know what you want too. Here it is.
That's
look at the little dozer.
I want a doozer so bad.
Little doozer.
I always said dozer. Doozer. I said the wrong thing.
From a Fraggle Rock.
Doozer.
Maybe sleepy. Maybe he's a
dozer. All right. Yeah.
Don't know what estimated value this might fetch, but I'm guessing it's at least 4 digits. Also from Fraggle Rock.
Traveling mat.
There's a full body puppet of a traveling mat. Estimated to fetch around between $40,000 and $80,000.
Who the is this for?
What? Is that the highest ticket item? I wonder.
No,
no,
not that I saw.
There's a ton. I don't have them all here, so I'm not sure.
I want those.
Cat's gonna wear these. It's a pair of Miss Piggy's shoes, production one for the musical sequence set on bicycles. Couldn't we ride in the Great Muppet Caper? And this pair of shoes is estimated to fetch anywhere between $7,000 and $9,000.
Can you go back to Traveling Matt for a minute?
Please. There you go.
Go back to him.
Yeah.
I just want to call out why I love Fraggle Rock. Many thousands of reasons.
Yeah.
Is so my career for decades was broadcast television, and one of the cool things about Fraggle Rock, it was like this prediction of what I was going to do with my career, is they embedded production terms into the characters. So Traveling Matt is a thing.
Yes.
Right? That's like when in old movies, before you had the digital screens, you had this mat that they projected, the background on. And as soon as I learned that when I was probably 12 or something, I'm like, what else is in there? And you start to learn other little trivia nuggets that are that are actually allusions to the fact that the people who work on the show embedded in the show because you wouldn't get the joke. It'd be like calling a character a gaffer. Well, you've heard of a gaffer. Well, they do that. And Traveling Matt was the most in your face one that I'm like, his name is literally a thing you would do in broadcast, which I love Traveling Matt. Yeah. And his segments were fantastic when he was out in the real world and he wrote into the Fraggles, misinterpreting everything. Okay. That's my fanboy rant on Uncle Traveling Matt, but I couldn't let that go by.
Yeah. Afraid that he might be spotted by a human.
The funny creatures. Yeah.
So a Traveling Matt, you're telling me that is the thing that's used in production?
Yes. So if you and I were in a movie in the 60s and we were going to be in a car driving, we wouldn't be in a car driving. We'd be in a car and on a sound stage, and there'd be a mat behind us on which they would project, and usually curved, so it would have perspective, on which they would project someone in a camera shot moving, driving in a car. So, and then somebody kind of rocked the car and it looked like we were traveling, and that's called a traveling mat.
Oh my gosh.
It's actually in a TTE, like mat, compositing.
I did not know that. That is so cool.
That's why I wanted to share it, because some people don't, and they don't realize there's an extra nuance to Fraggle Rock that's steeped in video production.
Initially, I thought you meant that you just liked that there was an adjective in front of Matt. I didn't realize where you were going. Oh my gosh. That's so cool.
At least one person learned something. It was good.
The final item is the one I think I'm most interested in getting, if I can mortgage the home, I guess. It's the animatronic puppet
Skeksis?
head. Yeah, for a Skeksis.
I'll be bidding against you for this.
This is the animatronic puppet head for the villainous and conniving Skeksis Skexel, the Chamberlain.
Now, is this from the original? I think they have some things from the Resistance as well in the
This
auction,
one actually is from the.
This looks original.
This is from the prequel series. From the Crystal Age of Resistance, which was on Netflix in 2019. This is estimated to fetch $20,000 to $30,000. Who
is this for?
Now, all these things, of course, considering, there's so many. Like I said, I was at Universal Studios, last week, and this is different than when we used to go. And I don't know if it's a pre-pandemic or post-pandemic thing, but you used to be at Disney and at Universal be able to get express passes, right? And it was a simple program. You paid an extra fee per person. You got to cut lines, or not even cut the standard line. You still had to compete with other people with this express pass, let's call it.
Yeah.
Now, we wanted to go. We're going to the newest theme park that opened there at Universal to learn that the express pass, or whatever they branded it as, is, I don't know, I'm so out of breath tonight, costs $300 per person.
Whoa.
And it doesn't allow you to get on the two most popular rides.
Oh my gosh.
It's only good for one ride that day.
What?
Oh my gosh. Okay, I knew that they could be timed. Yeah. I had heard that. It's like, once every whatever. Once per day.
Yeah, you're right. It used to. What did I do? It used to be, you're right, that we would go to Disney years ago. My wife was like a genius, working the app, like, we're going to hit this ride at this time, then we go to this time, and you wouldn't have to, you would hardly stand in line, and it was worth the extra money to be able to do that because you got to get more done. You got to see more things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we spent, 2 hours, 2.5 hours on a line for a 2-minute ride, and, a third of the day is gone.
Oh, yeah.
And we considered, doing this express pass, except for, the expense and the lack of value. So I don't know. But yeah, I was littering the park.
Once a day.
Wondering.
Who the is this for?
You'd have to liquidate your Skeksis collection if you wanted to do that.
No.
Oh, yes, you would need to.
Not the Chamberlain.
So more for the fans would be if they had a lottery. Like, okay, everybody pay your $25 or even $50, $100, whatever, to try to win these items. They could get a whole lot of people interested in that. And then it would be kind of more going to the fans.
They just spin the wheel. Yes. Come on, baby, wants to ride the Haunted Mansion. Let's go.
Well, no, I was thinking of the auction of these, not these,
I see.
I'm sorry, I didn't specify. For these items.
Yes.
Like, so for fans of Jim Henson, anything, You know, to make it more fair, do a huge lottery.
Well, how do you get in a lottery though? What is that? I see. So collectively, you get to $20,000.
Right.
Yeah. If 20,000 people give $1, then they get the money they need or want.
Yes. And then somebody who might, a peon might win it.
Yeah. And there are some organizations where they do that sort of thing. That's true. You're right. But not this one.
No.
So, I thought, Kat, you were raffling off fast passes for the rides.
Hey, you know what? Actually, that sounds like a very interesting.
I know, that's
you
what
get
I thought
on
too.
Early,
like
but your family does not.
Yeah.
But you won.
And you're out $20,000.
I didn't even think of that. It would be like a weird StubHub.
So I looked it up because I really wanted to know who the is this for. Many American families are, as you might not be surprised, increasingly struggling to keep up with the cost of living in most of our... In all 50 U.S. states.
Like North Dakota's doing great, right? It's like, was there like one where everything is getting cheaper?
Yep.
I don't think so.
Everything's an express pass in North Dakota.
Yeah.
We got the negative tariff. Yeah.
That's where all the money goes.
We get a rebate on everything we buy.
The U.S. median household income rose between 2022 and 2023 to just over $80,000 a year, according to the most recent Census Bureau. But a family of four, it turns out, needs at least $186,000 to live comfortably in Mississippi in 2025, the country's most affordable state, according to a study by Smart Asset.
Yikes.
Wow.
Yikes.
And by the way, they provide this. Living comfortably means having enough income to dedicate 50% to necessary costs, 30% to discretionary wants, and 20% to debt payments and savings.
What's the savings?
I have no idea, Kat.
It's hypothetical.
43%, but only 43% of the U.S. earns about $100,000 or more, with only 16% of those earning more than $200,000. So look, 43% over 100. Oh, so I think it's about, I want to say it's something like 32%, 30%. That's $100,000 to $200,000. Those folks aren't affording these auctions. We're talking about the 1%er.
Yeah, oh, well, yeah.
None of those people. Regarding bullying, Ted says, I grew up with two older brothers that made me tough. Others attempted at school to try and bully me. Paled in comparison. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was bullied by my parents, Ted. Similar thing, though. Marcus says, I didn't really get bullied by anyone that didn't get bullied back. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Brandon says, regarding our merchandise here, Kat, our collectibles. Brandon says, y'all need to have a collectibles showdown.
That would be very funny.
I think Ted missed our our Halloween episode from a couple of years ago. Was it last year when you were Fraggle Cat? So you got to check.
Yeah, that was a couple of years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this year, I love Halloween. This year kind of there wasn't a lot of opportunities, I thought, in the new stuff to be able to talk about spooky stuff. And I was running down a story because, the Conjuring's most recent movie, The Last Rites, which is going to be the last Conjuring movie, according to the actors and the producers, is actually about a haunting that started in the 1970s, but didn't get the Warrens involved until 1986. So I thought, we'll do this. So I started reading the book that the Warrens co-wrote with one of their journalist authors. And it's really boring.
Oh, no.
I mean, I probably have the list here somewhere. Where let me see if I can grab it real quick here. If I can't. Oh, here it is. I mean, this is the kind of stuff I was documenting. Now, maybe it was getting to the meat of it because it's about halfway through. And then, I don't know how they turn this into a movie because ultimately there's going to be exorcisms and stuff like that, an exorcism. But early on in the book, these are the things they were having to deal with that are spooky. They bought a carpet that had a stain on it. They cleaned the stain, and the stain kept coming back. So this is what they did. They bought a new carpet, and then there was never an issue again.
Dirty road.
They had pipes that were leaking, and in spite of efforts by the family to resolder the pipes, because apparently the father, there was two families lived in a duplex, parents to a son whose wife and kids lived next door in this duplex. So the father and his son were WIC welders or something. They had this ability. The pipes continued to leak.
Oh, what did they leak?
Okay.
Yeah.
By this logic, I have a haunted dishwasher. I've had the repair guy in twice. It's still leaking. Dishwasher. The scariest thing about it is that I have to wash damn dishes manually while I'm waiting to get a new one.
You should be calling a priest.
A young priest and an old priest.
Or a young priest and an old plumber, maybe. Do a mix and match combo kind of situation.
Yeah, you need somebody with more experience on the plumbing.
Leaky pipes.
Now, one thing that continues to haunt them throughout the entire book is a smell that they compare to like that of a sewer, appearing, coming and going.
Well,
Bean burrito.
I gotta tell you, you say that, John, and like, I'm reading halfway through this book and I'm like, a lot of this shit can probably just be pinned on one of the dudes that live at this place.
Right. Oh, there's a ghost here? Is this the ghost?
Like the older couple, the parents. So there's two sets of parents. And one of them is a son and his wife and their kids. And the other is their parents live next door. So they have a party wall. So the older, I'm going to say mom and dad for the Cat's gone. We lost Cat.
What happened, Cat?
just your little.
She's reliving it.
You said, is that the ghost? Is that the ghost?
He blamed the ghost.
The dog's not here. Must be the ghost. Poor Cat.
The husband has horrible digestive problems. Honey, this place is clearly haunted. He gaslights his family instead of facing his gastrointestinal issues.
Gaslights his family.
He gaslights.
Well,
Cat says he gaslights.
Gaslighting.
Oh, my stomach hurts.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Don't light them. That's dangerous.
Opposite.
Methane is very flammable.
A lot of these things I thought, is this guy just blaming stuff? Because the parents would say, we heard shouting and screaming in the unit next door, but we know our kid, our son and his wife, they don't fight. Are you positive? It was stuff like that. Between that and the flatulence and the leaky pipes, I was like, I'm not terribly afraid of this house.
Do you smell that? Must be a ghost.
It smells like something died in here. As it goes on, there's more stuff that happens. Like they claim that the wife was dragged from the bed in the middle of the night, and the husband was trying to pull her back, but then he became paralyzed, and then they were both released from this sort of thing.
That was in the film. Yeah.
Okay. At some point, the husband is sexually assaulted by by the specter or the demon.
Oh my!
The dog is thrown across a room. I thought, again, a lot of these things.
Oh my God!
So one of the daughters is thrown downstairs. The dog is thrown into a wall. They're screaming and yelling, which they don't know. Maybe they just didn't get. Maybe they were not getting along, and the father was abusive. I'm like, allegedly. I don't know. The guy's died many years ago, and family still maintains these things as true, but. I don't know.
And he was a crappy plumber.
Yeah. So. It's got to be ghosts, Sonny. I swear. I went to DeVry. I finished all the courses.
The dog was leaping away from the flatulence of somebody.
The dog was trying to kill itself.
I got to get out of here.
Oh, my God. Even for the dog, the smell was bad.
Ruh-roh.
Anyway, John, was the movie good? I didn't watch the movie. I didn't want to be, sort of.
It was fine.
Yeah.
It was fine. Not the best of the series. Was fan.
Yeah.
It's not worth wasting our time talking about.
Yeah, I
frankly.
was like, I can't.
If you enjoy the series, see it. It's fine.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of stupid stuff in it, as is with a lot of horror movies these days, but it was okay.
Right. Yeah, I was like, I'm not turning this into an episode. There's hardly any meat on these bones. But I don't get to do the voice of the music. Hey, I know it sounds like we've got some giant corporate sponsor behind us, but we don't. Instead, our show is brought to you every week by listeners just like you. And by brought to you by them, I mean they help pay for the bills. And there's a bunch of them to bring you a quality podcast about 80s nostalgia and its continued impact today. Hey, to join this group of fantastic folks, please go to patreon.com/1980s now. And if you can't do that, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and the podcast platform you're listening to right now.
Wait, before you go, because we vaguely were talking about an auction a second ago.
Yeah.
I had a thought. we've established that really the majority of Americans could not afford any of these things that are up for auction in the Muppet auction, right? So, but it made me wonder: is there anything that is like a screen used item that you would take out a loan for? Like, is there a thing that's important enough?
Oh,
and I was thinking like maybe if like the like an original Terminator arm, like the one they had in glass from T1 to T2 kind of thing. Like if it was like the one, I'm like, okay, maybe I got to take out a loan kind of thing. I don't have the money.
Yeah.
Is there anything like that would actually be the only way we could get those things? We don't have it laying around, but actually we had to procure the funds.
I'd have a few, conditions, I suppose. One, I'd probably have some kind of ceiling as far as the amount of money I'd be willing to borrow. Mm-hmm. The other thing is it'd be, in theory, at least something I'd want to be able to use. And the example that comes to mind is if I could have a screen-worn fedora that Indiana Jones wore that I could then wear and just be like, yeah, this is one from the movie. Then I think I would be willing to do it. And again, whatever that ceiling of amount of money is.
So you might go to the bank and say, I need 10 grand for a hat.
I'm going to wear it though. Come on. I'm going to wear it, Mr. Banker.
Well, see, that's why I want the Miss Piggy shoes, right? I could wear those.
Yes. Just squeeze into those.
Yes. They're like, they got to be like size 4 infant. Don't they have to?
Yeah. I want to see Cat.
As a rule, I don't wear heels, but those look pretty soft and comfy.
If they were felt heels, perhaps.
Yes.
Do you have anything,
and I
Kat?
could do my Miss Piggy impression.
Anything you'd really consider, Kat, other than the silly shoes?
Puppets come to mind.
Okay. Yeah.
Like Ernie and Bert, if some original Ernie and Bert or Grover or something from Star Wars, like, Salacious Crumb. Or
Don't do it.
So how deep would you go in debt for one of those bucket list items?
Oh, man. Not that deep. Because that would be for novelty, right? Like I'm not going to, well, if I got Ernie and Bert, they could keep my hands warm in the winter, right? I could just walk around with them.
Yeah. Just
be like
use
mittens.
them as mittens.
I could use them as mittens.
Just walk around.
They wouldn't be very practical. Let's say, I don't know, not very high, $5,000.
Hey, Bert.
Okay. Oh, he's got the whole Sesame Street crew.
What about you?
The Terminator arm was the one.
Oh, that's right. You said the Terminator
made me
arm.
think. Yeah,
right.
yeah. I think that arm, or even like maybe like the chip. The chip that got out of his head kind of thing. If it's the one.
Yeah.
If it's the one.
Right. Yeah, there are replicas, yeah.
Oh, I know. I'd pay big bucks for Sigmund the Sea Monster.
Oh.
If I could have that
full
in my
costume?
house.
The full costume?
Yes, the full costume.
Oh, yeah.
I would love that. I'd go to 10,000 and then I could just wear it every year for Halloween. I would love that.
And the Miss Piggy shoes underneath.
And the Miss
Out
Piggy
from underneath.
shoes. Yes.
I know who's in there. I guess I got two guesses. It's either Miss Piggy or Cat. Brenda says, I just want one of the $7 Jim Henson plush monster cereal boxes. Everyone can have all the other stuff. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Go to John's
got
house.
one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Marcus says,
Is this for?
Karen says, Doozers are cute. And the show High Potential. I watched that show. No spoilers, Karen. I got to see this week's Halloween episode. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh. Ooh.
All right. Hey, otherwise, in another 1980s news per Entertainment Weekly, Suzanne Somers' widower is trying to recreate her with AI. I mean, this really even goes a step beyond AI, as we'll talk
Who
about.
the beep is that for?
It's for him. Now, look, I want to set something out just at the outset here, because I'm being sincere. Suzanne Somers died 2 years ago this month. This man, it's been confirmed that he's moved on. He's actually now dating the actor Joanna Cassidy, who I'm a big fan of as well. She was in tons of things throughout the 1980s and beyond that we're fans of. Grief takes all kinds of crazy forms, and I would imagine this may be for him the way it is. So I don't intend to I'm not making fun of how this man's grieving, but I do think there's some criticism maybe or observations we can make about this particular project that are not intended to besmirch the man's, loss and sadness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. So well before Mary Shelley crushed her, right? She crushed her husband and her friends in that private horror writing contest they had. You know that story about how, you don't know that? So Percy and it was Dr. What's his name? John, I forget his name. And somebody, it's a great story, right? Real specific.
Really
anyway,
good.
Percy Shelley, Mary Shelley, and Polidori, John Polidori, and the fourth person who I'm forgetting. They challenged one another. They were writers to a writing contest. Who could write the best horror story?
Oh, yeah.
And
okay. Yeah.
Mary Shelley writes Frankenstein.
Yes.
Or the other title it had, Modern Day Prometheus or something like that.
Yeah.
Frankenstein.
Yeah. And Frankenstein. And she crushes them. Polidori writes a book called The Vampire. It's a short fiction that inspires Bram Stoker eventually, and is also credited with sort of romanticizing the notion of vampires in fiction.
Yep.
Anyway.
Was Lord Byron there too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's who they're on as Byron.
Yep.
Right.
There you go.
Byron. Right. Because Byron and Shelley. Right. Byron and Shelley. Okay. So anyway, long before she wrote that, of course, and Prometheus is an example, we've been telling tales about people trying to recreate somebody, bring them back from death to life. Well, here's another account. This one, however, is true. It's not fictional. Alan Hamill, who's a former TV producer and the widower of Three's Company's actress Suzanne Somers, is working on an AI version of his late wife. He presented a demo version of the project at a conference earlier this year, and at a recent sit-down with People, he explained his efforts to recreate his wife with technology. According to Hamill, the AI robot, because it's not just AI like a chat bot, or chat GPT. He's got this thing inside of a robot. The robot has not only been designed to look like the star, but was also trained by reading all 27 of her books, in addition to being fed hundreds of interviews that Somers did over the course of her career. Hamill said that he thought the robot was perfect when he interacted with it at the conference. And here's a bit of that.
Oh.
Does the name Alan Hamill mean anything to you?
Does the name Alan Hamill mean anything to you? And apologize, the internet is really bad here because...
Of course I do. Alan Hamill is my husband of 55 wonderful years. He's my partner in everything, from life to love, and we've shared so many beautiful memories together. Do you have a favorite memory of us?
What's your favorite memory that we shared?
Oh, there are so many. One of my favorites is when Alan and I were filming a cooking segment together a long time ago. We had a little mishap with the blender. Let's just say it didn't go as planned, and we ended up wearing more of the smoothie than we actually made.
Perfect.
Wow.
So just as a reminder, because he said looks just like her.
Mm-hmm.
On the left here is the AI robot that is supposedly created to look like Suzanne Somers, and on the right is how we remember her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know that sounded like her voice. I guess he would be better judge, but and again, the man's grieving, so that colors things, I'm sure.
Yes. I just don't see it.
According to Hamill, he says, quote, "It was Suzanne. I asked her a few questions and she answered them, and it blew me and everybody else away. When you look at the finished version next to the real Suzanne, you can't tell the difference."
Like how they're both dependent on a solid Wi-Fi connection.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see. He continued saying, "It's amazing. I've been with Suzanne for 55 years, so I know what her face looks like. And when I just look at the two of them side by side, I really can't tell which one is real and which one is AI."
Is he trying to flatter somebody who created this?
Is he not wearing his glasses?
Or that. Yes. Yeah.
So what I know about generative AI is, and we've talked about this before, is that everything it gives you comes from something that it has observed and processed and kind of averaged out. So in this case, they fed the AI model everything possible about Suzanne Somers. They could do that about us. They could take every episode of this podcast, feed it in there and say, okay, well, it's going to know a lot of the kind of, references that we make about our childhood. We're going to know about the pillows at Will's house. We're going to know all sorts of things that you might not otherwise know, but that's a great simulacrum to remember, but that's not the person.
Right.
At all.
No.
It is a regurgitation of the things. It has no original thoughts. It can only tell you, it's a time capsule, which is not necessarily any greater than just going and watching those interviews that you fed the AI in the first place, because you're just getting regurgitated information.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even look like her. The AI looks like a giant Barbie doll and not like Suzanne Somers.
And all that being said, I don't begrudge the guy.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
And when we talked about Zelda Williams, And we had said she knows her dad more than probably anyone else on the planet. So this guy knew Suzanne better than probably anyone else on the planet and would know whether or not this would be, and he alleges she would be okay with this, right. So okay. And it's not hurting anyone. I'm just saying that to say I can't tell the difference. It's just like her. You may as well just watch all the stuff you fed it because that's all it knows.
Hamill was married to the step-by-step actress for 46 years before she died on October 15th, 2023. According to Hamill, she expressed interest, just like John said, in the AI creation years before her death. He said the topic first came up in the 1980s when they met inventor and AI scientist Ray Kurzweil.
Oh, wow.
Hamill went on to admit that it was a little strange when he spoke to Somers' AI for the first time, but eventually he, quote, forgot about the fact I was talking to a robot, end quote. The former producer hopes the same will be possible for longtime fans of Somers. He plans to share the AI online where fans will be able to come and just hang out with her. Oh, boy. So he's concerned that folks may ask her about health questions because her later years, or her years since Three's Company were about that. I'm sure you guys know, but she obviously her claim to fame. She was first, on the global stage because of her role in that show, which began in 1977, and she only left that show because she was fired when she asked to make the same amount as her male co-stars, including John Ritter. Her husband, who she was with even back then, which came to the 5th season, which was in 1980 something, went to renegotiate for her and asked for $150,000 a week, which they believed is what John Ritter was making. Turns out he was making more.
Oh, wow.
And instead of negotiating with her, they just fired her, which resulted in a weird 5th season because they forced her to finish out her contract at the lower rate, and they wrote off her character. They reduced it to a few cameos that were spread out through the season that amount to just a couple of minutes of screen time.
Was that the one where she was on vacation or on a trip and they would have sex? They would call her from a phone booth. She would dial in or something. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't remember
she wasn't even
that.
on set. Yeah, I remember some of those.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the story she tells is, when she got fired, they escorted her off the set, security guards. And when they shot those scenes, they were just, what do you call it, John, production wise? A traveling mat. I don't know, a doozer. It was a doozer of a scene. Because it would be filmed she wasn't allowed to see any of the other actors, any other crew. The only crew she saw was the wardrobe person that would give her some shorts that were way too short were appropriate for the time.
Right.
And they would sit her in a set that was just the corner of a room where she had a phone and a chair, and she would shoot for a couple of minutes, and then the security guards would escort her right out. But as a result, though, she credits that being kicked off that show with launching her other career, which became more about health with exercise videos. She was the spokesperson for that thing you squeeze between your legs. What was that? Thigh Master.
Thigh Master.
Yeah.
Out of an abundance of concern, her husband, who's making this AI, he said that so when folks start to talk to her, they're making sure that whatever the answers she gives as far as health goes are accurate, and they're working with the folks that she got her information from for them to confirm that what the AI would tell folks as far as this health recommendation, et cetera, is true, is accurate.
I'll tell you, I was just thinking, though this is very weird. I was thinking about how he might make this Suzanne AI available for others online to talk to and talk about her life. How there's a potential, since it only needs to know the things that happened in its life in the past, it doesn't have to have new thought. You could do this to a great number of passed away celebrities to interview them today about their life.
Yeah.
I would like to speak to Bela Lugosi. Well, he's not around. However, we could emulate his voice. We could take everyone he's ever talked to before, anyone who's ever had a documentary about him, ingest all that information, and then dial up, Bella.com and log in and go, "Hi, Mr. Lugosi. Thanks for joining us. Oh, I'm pleased to join you." And then he could go in because all you need to know is his history and his past, and that's what he consumed. That's a fascinating possibility for getting to know people. Wouldn't it be great to be able to interview Abraham Lincoln, right? Like right now, today.
Yeah.
There's not a great deal of, maybe not real footage of him and his voice and everything, but theoretically, if you fed it everything we know about him, rather than just read it, you could talk to it. Now that could be fascinating as a learning tool, as opposed to a creepy, my wife is kind of still here tool.
Yes. I'm glad you said learning tool because yes, people learn in different ways, and that could be a really engaging way for some people to get their information about
right.
a historical
Kat, you're an
figure.
educator, right? So if you want to assign someone, I need you to do a paper about, Steve Jobs. Like, well, I could start researching it, or I could log into the Steve Jobs AI and ask him about his life and his career and the things he did. That might be more captivating and actually stick better with someone learning.
Oh,
because I feel like
absolutely.
they talk to him.
So I know some students who would find that much more interesting.
Yeah.
Much more interesting. Than just reading.
You get some sort of like a Bill and Ted type adventure where you're able to actually speak to the historical figures to write about.
Exactly. Right.
I dig that, John. Yeah, that's a great idea.
That's cool.
Let's see. Ted says creepy.
Yes.
But maybe he is delusional with being grief-stricken by losing her. Yeah, I think that might be it.
If you're at the demo, wouldn't you hardwire the Suzanne Somers robot to make sure it performs well for the cameras?
Yeah.
Why are you on Wi-Fi?
Yeah. Good question.
Is this how my wife's going to behave when during a thunderstorm or something? I mean,
finally, some peace and quiet. It's raining out.
Wait, much like people, according to the old TV shows, get sick of their wives. Eventually, he'll get sick of his robot wife too. Very same. Brennan says, this is fucking weird. Just like they said in Jurassic Park, just because you could doesn't mean you should. And just like what was said in Pet Sematary, sometimes dead is better. Oh, yeah.
Dead is better.
John's got a lot of voices tonight.
He does. I think you inspired him, the Muppety things.
It was the Spanish character that really got me inspired.
It was further back. Yes.
It was the putting on a bit.
Putting on a bit. Karen says someone built a Johnny Five that looks and sounds like Johnny Five, but that's a robot that is built to look like a robot. Yeah, I've seen that guy on TikTok where he does lives.
Wait, what's a Johnny Five?
Johnny Five's a live cat.
Short Circuit.
Oh, from Short Circuit.
Yeah.
And what did you say, Will?
I said Johnny Five's alive.
Yeah. Johnny Five's alive?
Yeah.
And then
it's a line from Short Circuit. Have you seen Short Circuit?
I have. It was a while ago.
Okay.
I mean, it was like 10 years ago. Yeah.
All right, just checking.
Yeah, yeah. Yep. I don't remember lines.
He's a robot.
From movies. Yeah. Yes. No, yeah, I remember now. I just didn't remember.
He looks just like Suzanne Somers. Indistinguishable from Suzanne Somers, in fact.
And he wears Miss Piggy shoes. Yes.
Yes.
I didn't remember his name. Okay.
That's fine.
All right. Let's see what else. All right. And finally, here we go. As reported by Deadline.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Speaking of Better Off Dead.
It's Halloween time. So, maybe. Oh, you know what? I think I thought of a way I could do my true crime in this story, just to satiate my desire to do so.
Yeah.
Well, let's start off this way. As reported by Deadline, the Ben Johnson story is hilarious. The 100-meter final at the 1988 Olympic Games has been dubbed the dirtiest race in history. There's, in fact, there's a book called, I think it's called The Dirtiest Race in History, that chronicles this story pretty well. Anyway, it may not seem obvious ground for comedy. Yet, New Metric Media has taken on the challenge with Hate the Player, the Ben Johnson story. According to New Metric founder Mark Montefiore, having decided comedy was the way into the story, quote, the initial idea was, what if we look at this as I, Tonya meets Eastbound and Down? Okay.
I was going to say, because there's no other way into the story. Let's make it funny.
For those unfamiliar with Johnson's sordid tale, it starts with Carl Lewis.
Oh, here we go.
It was 1984. The Summer Olympics in Los Angeles, California. World champion and American athlete Carl Lewis set out to accomplish an ambitious goal. He would match the record-setting effort by Jesse Owens' nearly 50 years. Hang on a second here.
50 years?
He would match the record-setting effort by Jesse Owens nearly 50 years earlier at the legendary 1936 Games in Berlin. And after his Herculean efforts, Lewis did just that. He took gold in the 100-meter dash, the 200-meter dash, the long jump, and the 100-meter relay. Bronze. He only got the bronze in hopscotch. But that's okay. It's okay. Lewis, however, I just wrote this like 10 minutes before the show. Lewis,
No rehearsal time.
who was considered egotistical and brash, was not well liked. So brands, like companies, did not court the Olympian.
Spooky.
Yes.
Now Spanish.
Ahora.
Senor Lewis.
By the 1987 World Championships, Canadian athlete Ben Johnson had won his 4 previous races with Lewis and had established himself as the best 100-meter sprinter in the world. At the Games in Rome, Johnson gained instant world fame when he beat Lewis for the title and set a new world record of 9.83 seconds. Following Lewis's defeat in Rome, Lewis started trying to explain away his loss. He first claimed that Johnson had false started.
Oh.
Then he alluded to a stomach virus which had weakened him.
Wait.
It was gaslighting him, Kat.
It turned out he'd eaten an undercooked parrot.
Yes, that he blamed on a ghost. Finally, without naming names, Lewis said, quote, "There are a lot of people coming out of nowhere. I don't think they are doing it without drugs."
Okay.
Drugs are spooky. That fits.
Lewis not only lost the most publicized showdown in track and field in 1987, he also lost his father. When William Lewis died of cancer at age 60, Lewis placed the gold medal he won for the 100-meter in 1984 in his father's hand to be buried with him. "Don't worry," he told his mother. "I'll get another one when we exhume the body."
Okay, that's getting spooky. Creepy.
"Don't worry, Mother. Dad will be back."
Oh no.
He
When the
won't let
Wi-Fi
go of
works.
Kat, are we going to make an AI of his dad so that we can ask him
Yes.
about the gold medal?
When the Wi-Fi works, we can.
"Dad, do you still have that gold medal?" "You got mail." In 1988, months before the Olympics were to take place, Johnson experienced a number of setbacks in his running career. Regardless of how many times they soldered the pipes, they kept leaking. In February, he pulled a hamstring. And in May, he further aggravated the injury. In June, his chief rival Lewis drew closer to Johnson's record by running a 9.99. Then, in Zurich, Switzerland, not to be confused with any other Zurich, on August 17th, just a month before the 1988 Olympic Games, the two faced each other for the first time since the 1987 World Championship. When the literal dust settled, Lewis won in 9.93 seconds, while Johnson finished third in 10. Lewis declared, "The gold medal for the 1988 Olympics is mine. I will never again lose to Johnson." Wild Thing says a hammy. That explains a lot. Yeah.
I guess, is that slang for a hamstring pull? A hammy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the hamstring is. What is that?
It's
That's
the
in your
muscle
leg somewhere, right?
along the back of your leg. Yeah.
Is it your thigh? Back of your thigh?
The back of your thigh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. I assume he pulled his own hamstring. You didn't specify.
No, he pulled.
Oh.
He pulled Lewis's hamstring.
That's where it gets close to the I, Tanya thing. Oh, no. He pulled somebody else's.
The 100-meter event took place on September 24th, 1988. But the drama surrounding it would continue for years. In the Olympic finals, Johnson once again broke the world record. His own. Broke the world record. Johnson once again broke the world record, this time his own, by running the 100-meter dash in 9.79 seconds.
Whoa.
For his part, Lewis set a new American record with 9.92 seconds. But that was insufficient to take the gold. Yet. Curiously, at the Olympic trials in Indianapolis, Lewis won the 100-meter finals in 9.78 seconds, which appeared to be a new record. That is until the race was determined to have been wind-aided. He was gaslighting everybody.
Determined to be what?
Wind-aided.
Wind-aided.
You know, Kat. You understand what he did. He did what he had to do.
It's called crop dusting. So he spread it out around the room.
And the other racers behind them like,
I have 100 meters to get rid of this.
Extra propulsion. No wonder he got there faster.
Yes. You get there fast. You get the other racers out of your way.
Yes.
And they're going to be frightened because they think it's a ghost.
You get the Warrens to visit and write a book about you.
The haunted 100-meter.
All right, this is the last sentence.
Oh, that's good.
3 days after the gold medal was placed around Johnson's neck, he tested positive for steroids. The medal was taken away and instead awarded to Lewis.
He tested negative for Beano.
And Lewis also got the new Olympic record too. So in this show they're doing, Shamir Anderson will play Johnson. Johnson, who's now 63 years old, acknowledges he broke the rules, but claims he was scapegoated amid widespread abuse and institutional failings. He told Deadline the time is right to bring the story to screen, saying, quote, "Over the years, the media and the government and everybody else has been telling what Ben Johnson did, cheating and taking steroids, and we're going to flip the coin, turn it around and show what they did to Ben Johnson by letting me be seen as the only bad guy and paying the price for everybody else." Okay.
All right.
I guess.
Okay.
So during this era, according to these accounts, like these books that have been written about this, everybody was doing it. Testing wasn't a big thing yet. Johnson started doing some, enhancement drugs because his coach had turned him on to it. In fact, his coach came to his defense when he was found tested positive for steroids, saying he wouldn't have been doing that kind of steroid. He liked this other kind.
Oh my gosh.
That the test isn't for.
Big help.
Honey, I would never cheat on you with her.
Yeah,
She's not my type.
Wait a second.
Oh, man.
And there was this expression, I don't remember what it was, but it was basically the gist of it was, if you don't do it, you can't win. Because you're competing with a bunch of people that are doing
right. Everyone who does.
Everybody.
Which was that was like the Lance Armstrong argument too, more recently.
Yeah. Amid the fallout, Johnson's shaming was part of a wider story with 6 of the 8 100-meter finalists going on to test positive for banned substances.
Wow.
The series intends to highlight the absurdities and hypocrisies therein.
Sure.
I think this is kind of cool. If he's going to make a comedy, this bodes well. The series, which is, as we mentioned, Johnson's Sides of Events, includes the character of his lawyer, who's played by Mark McKinney of Kids in the Hall fame.
Wow.
His character breaks the fourth wall to tell viewers that it's Johnson's side.
I'm curious how this could be stretched into a series. I see it as a film.
Yeah.
Right. I am too.
But the race only lasted under 10 seconds. That doesn't make for multi-season stories.
If it follows the book, actually, I shouldn't say that. So there is a book, The Dirtiest Race Ever, or something like that.
Okay.
And this book goes back to, it starts with both of their histories as young people getting into track, and then they're both, because they have these kind of parallel careers, and then they start going head to head. And, by all different accounts, these guys just, did not like each other. There's one story where like a fight between them had to be broken up, like physically. Johnson's a Canadian, obviously he's on the Canadian team, and Lewis was on the American team. Folks refer to it as like, Ali Frazier type rivalry. So the book goes back to the beginning of their careers as they evolve and how they start crossing paths through these different contests, which each one of it sort of has an interesting sort of element to it that, crescendos in this particular contest. So I think there's a way to do it if you go back that far. But yeah, if it's just a lead up to 88, the months. Well, although even in like I mentioned, starting with 87, there's already some material to work with there. I think between 87 and 88.
And we don't know. It might be one of those like 3-episode series events kind of thing.
Yeah, that's true.
The lead up, the penultimate thing, and then the capper. Which who knows? We'll see. I'm not interested, but it depends on what they do with it and how they do it. I'll wait and see.
Yeah.
Yes.
And although it's a comedy rooted in a story from the past, there's a modern day resonance and a serious message, according to Montefiore, who says, quote, "The sport is still dealing with the same challenges and it's not limited to track and field," end quote. Yeah, it's true. I did a little bit of researching, and athletes continue to use different performance enhancing drugs, and to avoid getting, not all sports screen, first of all. Right. But those that do, there's some ways around it with microdosing, ones that may show up, so you take them in smaller amounts. And then there's designer drugs, which are designed to not show up on the tests that they give you.
That explains ray gun.
Oh,
I think it was meth, John. I don't think they test for meth. Yeah.
I think that was
allegedly. Weed, allegedly. I don't know. She was pretty active for smoking pot or something.
Well, she thought she was competing in the judo competition. You see?
and then one mushroom later. Whatever. I know nothing about drugs. I don't know. Okay. Hey, that was the show.
Oh, sadly, our show. Oh no, it's not sad that our show is brought to you, thanks in part to our early adopters. This is
sadly,
not sad
our show's
at all.
brought to you by these people.
Sadly, it exists.
Happily, we have Karen Flieger and Rick Parker.
Yeah. Awesome.
Early supporters.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
And thank you, especially happily, to our Secret of Our Success level Patreon supporters, Matt Marino,
Yep.
John Henderson, Brandon Greer, and Marcus Taylor.
Yeah. Thank you, guys, so very much. We are so eternally grateful for you. Look, I love the spooky season. I love seeing horror films and, reading stories like that. That said, I am not afraid of doing this show because of the support that we've got from folks like you.
Ooh,
thank you so much.
It's not scary at all.
Yeah, not at all. Nope. even when I have to pivot from a shitty ghost story, maybe literally shitty even, we don't know, exploring those things.
I think it's the sewer pipe in the basement. There's clearly some issues with the sewer pipe.
To news items. Hey, if you can support us like those folks, Matt, you can match their generosity by going to patreon.com/1980s now and doing so. Otherwise, hey, do me a favor. Look, we're just a few couple dozen people away from having a milestone on YouTube.
Ooh.
It's just a milestone would be 2,000 followers.
Nice.
John's got like 500,000, so it's not a competition though. No, when I'm losing, I say it's not a competition.
But I don't have any puppet props, so we each have our forte.
So go subscribe to us on YouTube. Be one of the folks that puts us over the top there. All right, look, that was just a small bit of homework, right, for you, right? And we will talk to you next time on 1980s Now.
Until next time.
Oh my, that kept going. Yeah, I really gotta let nature take its course.